Imagine walking through a high school hallway where nearly half the students around you are silently struggling with anxiety or depression, but no one ever taught them how to recognize those feelings or ask for help. For many students, that is a reality. Most of us have faced stress or emotional challenges while balancing school, work, and personal life. And even if you personally haven't struggled, chances that chances that a friend, sibling, or classmate have. But in most schools, mental health is barely discussed. We are taught algebra and essays, but not how to cope when life becomes overwhelming. Over the past few weeks, I reviewed research from the CDC, NAMI, and Education Week, and the findings are consistent. Student mental health is worsening nationwide, while schools continue to treat emotional wellness as something extra. My thesis is simple. Public schools must require mental health education as part of their curriculum to equip students with basic emotion skills, reduce stress, and support early intervention. First, let's look at the problem. According to the CDC's 2023 survey, 42% of high school students are reportedly feeling persistently sad or hopeless, and nearly one in five seriously considered suicide. That's around 20% of every student. These numbers are not just are 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 not just statistics, but they represent real students in real classrooms. Without a structured mental health education, these students often fail to recognize when they need help. They may turn into unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as drugs, and fall behind academically, or isolate themselves. Many struggle for years before receiving actual support. And this affects all of us. We have either experienced emotional stress ourselves or know someone who has. If nothing changes, students will continue to suffer silently, believing they are alone. Now is the solution. The solution is to make mental health education mandatory in public schools. This does not require a full length course. It can be integrated into existing health classes through short weekly lessons covering topics like how to identify stress, anxiety, depression, healthy coping skills, where to seek help, how to support a friend who's struggling. This model already works. New York and Virginia included mental health into their school curriculum and reported increased awareness for less stress and more students reaching out to counselors before reaching a crisis point. Teachers in these programs also noted that students became more comfortable discussing emotions properly, something that can prevent a crisis before it occurs. Some may some may argue schools are already overloaded, but integrating a short structured curriculum takes far less time and resources than responding to severe emotional crises after they happen. Now imagine the difference this change can make. Imagine a classroom where students can talk about stress without shame, where they know how to calm themselves during overwhelming moments, where asking for help is normal and not embarrassing. This can lead to better attendance, stronger friendships, and more stable grades, and a healthier community overall. Now imagine if we change nothing, students will continue to struggle silently, graduation's rate will fall, and families face preventable tragedies. And as I said, one in five considered suicide. So there's a chance that there's two parents out there who are just mourning a child because of the of a tra- of a forgive me a tragedy that we could have prevented. But anyway, in schools should stay reactive instead of proactive. We have the power to change which future becomes a reality, don't we? So what can we do? We can support this movement by contacting our local school boards or representatives and voicing our support for mandatory mental health curriculum. You can also visit uh, the NAMI website and sign petitions that are already working towards this policy change. Even if this issue on social media spreads awareness and encouragement to and encourages others to speak up.